Dear audience, I'm glad for the opportunity to share our research at such an important conference. I would like to present to you an article entitled Job Satisfaction of Track and Field Managers, depending on the hours worked per month. On this slide, you can see photos of me and my co-author, Professor Miroslav Volinka. And before I introduce to you our research, let me say a few words about us and as an authors. My name is Monika Baňovičová and I am a PhD student at the Faculty of Physical Education and Sports, Comenius University, Bratislava. I have been doing track and field since I was 10 years old, and to this day I'm still actively involved in it as a sprinter at 100 meters hurdles. My co-author, Professor Miroslav Volinka, who is also my supervisor for my dissertation work, is an important personality in the field of soccer and sport management. His publications mainly focused on soccer training, but thanks to his involvement as a member in many directing commissions, he has become the guarantor of the study program, Organization and Management of Sport. In the past, he was Dean of the Faculty of Physical Education and Sports, Comenius University in Bratislava. So let me continue to the introduction. Just like in other sports, in track and field, we also have managers. And we can say that track and field managers are an essential part of what happens in track and field. The profession of track and field manager is relatively young profession as its origin date back to the 1980s, and at the time only a few managers were doing this job and they have to have another job alongside it to make a living. The importance of this profession in track and field started mainly with the introduction of the rules for reaching the entry standards for the top events as Olympic Games, World Championships, or European Championships. You either qualify through reaching a strict entry standard or through a world ranking. You earn points for the world ranking at the track and field meets, but first you have to get there, you have to get to these meets, and that's where a track and field manager helps you. Of course, the job of track and field manager is varied, but this is just one of the main tasks. Other tasks are, for example, contract negotiation, marketing endorsements, media relations, organizing competitions, logistics, and career management. On the next 3 slides, we will provide a review of the literature from which we obtained information. So let me start with a few words about job satisfaction from other authors. For example, STAT considers job satisfaction to be the degree to which a worker is satisfied with the rewards they receive for their work while being intrinsically motivated. Judge and Klinger note that employees who are satisfied with their jobs tend to perform better, withdraw less, and lead happier and healthier lives. According to Armstrong, job satisfaction refers to positive and favorable attitudes toward job work. Kalinske claims that the job satisfaction is the feeling of achievement and success on the job, which is directly connected to productivity and personal well-being. And authors claim that organizations whose employees are satisfied with their jobs are more likely to be productive and profitable. On this slide, we can see factors that determine job satisfaction. So Aziri's factors are, for example, the nature of work, salary, advancement, opportunities, management, work groups, and work conditions. According to Kalinske, job satisfaction leads to recognition, income, promotion, and the achievement of other goals that lead to a feeling of fulfillment. Bauer claims that one of the factors that positively influence job satisfaction is autonomy in deciding how to perform tasks. Block and Koellinger found that in addition to financial success, independence and creativity influence job satisfaction. Costas argues that promotion leads to higher job satisfaction, and it should be noted that track and field managers are mostly self-employed and often work as individuals. Thus, for them, promotion is not a motivating factor to increase job satisfaction. And the last slide of the literature review. According to Bradley and Roberts, the self-employees are more satisfied with their jobs, report higher levels of self-sufficiency and lower levels of depression. Milan et al. Found that when comparing job satisfaction between the self-employed and paid employees, the self-employed are more likely to be satisfied with their jobs, but less likely to be satisfied in terms of job security. Lange argues that most studies focusing on the impact of self-employment on the job satisfaction are mediated by greater freedom and autonomy. And according to Parasuraman and Simmers, the disadvantages of the self-employed is the higher level of work-family conflict. And the salary of track and field managers is mostly based on the amount of work they do or on the athletes' earnings, which they receive as a percentage of the athletes' prize money or appearance at the track and field meeting. So, the study. We based our research on track and field managers who are essential to the functioning of professional track and field. Therefore, we decided to determine their job satisfaction depending on the hours worked per month. It is generally known that when you are satisfied with your job, then you are more likely to be more motivated, earn more money, work more efficiently, and be more productive. In our research, we set 6 research questions. In the first 3 research questions, we look for a significant relationship between general job satisfaction, intrinsic job satisfaction, extrinsic job satisfaction, and hours worked per month among track and field managers. In research questions 4, 5, and 6, we assume that track and field managers are more satisfied with their jobs than clerks, whose job satisfaction is defined by the Minnesota Satisfaction Questionnaire. Let me continue to the research methodology. First of all, I would like to introduce to you our respondents. The research group was composed of 38 track and field managers who were certified by World Athletics in 2022. A total of 31 men, which is 82% of our participants, and 7 women who were 18% of managers participated in the study. Geographically, our participants are mainly made up of managers from Europe, but we also have participants from Americas, Africa, Asia, and Australia. And we divided our participants into 3 groups according to the number of hours they work per month, which you can see at the figure 1. The first group worked less than 80 hours per month, which is 47% of participants. The second group worked between 80 to 140 hours per month, that's 29%. And the third group was working more than 140 hours per month. Okay, so in our research, we used a research method, the Minnesota Satisfaction Questionnaire, which is a standardized questionnaire. For our research purposes, we chose a shorter form of the Minnesota Satisfaction Questionnaire, which contains 20 questions related to job satisfaction. And through this questionnaire, we collected data. Weiss and his co-authors divided the short form of Minnesota satisfaction questionnaire into three scales. The first scale is intrinsic satisfaction, the second extrinsic satisfaction, and the third one is general satisfaction. Each scale consists of a number of questions. For example, intrinsic satisfaction has 12 questions, extrinsic 6 questions, and general satisfaction 20 questions. And the respondents in our study, track and field managers, could answer these questions through 5 options. The first one is I am very satisfied. The second, I'm satisfied. The third, neither satisfied nor dissatisfied. Fourth one is I'm dissatisfied. And fifth one, I'm very dissatisfied. So let me continue. The questionnaires were sent to track and field managers to email addresses, which are commonly available on the World Athletics website. And at the time, there were approximately 270 certified track and field managers. Questionnaires were sent to all managers in March 2022, and we received responses to the questionnaires in March and April 2022. The data obtained from the questionnaire were evaluated using social science statistics, and the relationship between job satisfaction and hours worked per month were evaluated using Kraskell-Wallis H test. Okay, so here are our results. So to approach the research question number 1, that there is a significant relationship between the general job satisfaction and the hours worked per month, the Kraskell-Wallis H test show a significant relationship between the two observed indicators at the 5% level of statistical significance. H equals 8.95 and P equals 0.01141, and the maximum value of the general job satisfaction in this questionnaire is 100 points. As you can see on the figure 2, general job satisfaction was highest among track and field managers who work more than 140 hours per month. So these managers reach job satisfaction at the level of 85.18, and managers who work 80 to 140 hours per month were slightly less satisfied with their jobs. They reach 78.64 points. And track and field managers who work less than 80 hours per month were the least satisfied with 72.11 points. Let me continue to the verification of research question number 2, that there is a significant relationship between intrinsic job satisfaction and the hours worked per month. The Kraskell-Wallis H test show a significant relationship between the two observed indicators, also at the 5% level of statistical significance. H equals 8.86 and P equals 0.01192. It should be said that the maximum value of intrinsic job satisfaction is 55 points. And the results are very similar to the previous slide. Intrinsic job satisfaction was also highest among managers who work more than 180 hours per month, which is 48.55 points. Managers who work 80 to 140 hours per month were slightly less satisfied with intrinsic job satisfaction, 46.09. Managers who worked less than 80 hours per month were the least satisfied with intrinsic job satisfaction, with 42.77 points as shown in figure number 3. To verify the research question number 3, that there is a significant relationship between extrinsic job satisfaction and the hours worked per month, the Kraskell-Wallis H test showed a significant relationship between the two observed indicators at the 5% level of statistical significance. H equals 6.57 and P equals 0.03749, and the maximum value of extrinsic job satisfaction is 30 points. The research question number 3 also has shown the similar results to the research question number 1 and 2. So as you can see, the most satisfied managers were the ones who work more than 140 hours per month with 23.83 points. Managers who worked 80 to 140 hours per month were slightly less satisfied with their job, with their extrinsic job satisfaction, with 21.09 points. Managers who work less than 80 hours per month were the least satisfied with extrinsic. Sorry, there should be extrinsic job satisfaction as shown in figure 4. So on this slide, I will tell you the results of the research question number 4, 5, and 6. So we compare the questionnaire data with normative data from the Minnesota Satisfaction Questionnaire. We found that track and field managers have significantly higher average general job satisfaction than clerks, as you can see at the table 1. And average intrinsic job satisfaction is 0.85 points lower for track and field managers compared to clerks, which is interesting. And intrinsic job satisfaction is 2.58 points higher for track and field managers compared to clerks. So according to the average job satisfaction of track and field managers, 80.18, the results give us a high level of satisfaction. This may be due to the fact that the job of track and field managers is mainly done by people who are passionate about track and field. So here is the discussion for our research. The research aim was to find out the job satisfaction of track and field managers depending on the hours worked per month. And we revealed that there is a significant relationship between job satisfaction and the hours worked per month. H equals 8.95 and P equals 0.01141. It was at the general job satisfaction. And at the track and field managers who work more than 140 hours per month are more satisfied with their jobs. And it looks like if you work more than 140 hours per month, then you should be satisfied with your job. But interestingly, as you can see the other text, then you can see that one manager who was not so satisfied with his job, he was, we can say, dissatisfied because his job satisfaction was at 56 points. And he worked more than 140 hours, so it's not like that if you work more than 140 hours you must be satisfied. And the most satisfied track and field managers have in common that they are from the US, they are male, went to college, work more than 28 days per month, and work more than 140 hours per month. And in addition, we found a significant relationship also between intrinsic job satisfaction and hours worked per month, and also extrinsic job satisfaction and the hours worked per month. As I said before, the results show that track and field managers have higher job satisfaction if we compare it with clerks, but clerks have higher intrinsic job satisfaction, which is interesting, but it can be caused maybe because clerks have like a job security, as one of the authors in the literature review told us. So it can be this, this is the reason. And the research results confirm that claims of authors Parasuraman and Simmers, Bradley and Roberts, and Milan et al. That self-employed individuals have higher job satisfaction compared to managers who work in a corporate organization. In our previous research, we found out that the job satisfaction of track and field managers is high because these managers have the chance to do things for other people, which make them happy. That means that they are dedicated to the work that helps their athletes perform better. Another factor that influences high job satisfaction of track and field managers is the freedom to use their own judgment. The third most influential factor is the chance to track try my own methods of doing the job. In terms of factors that negatively impact job satisfaction, the majority of track and field managers express that their pay does not match the amount of work they do. So this means the job of track and field manager is not sufficiently financially rewarded compared to other sports. And the chance to tell people what to do is one of the factors that does not add the track and field manager's job satisfaction. This was one of the questions in the Minnesota satisfaction questionnaire. Also, this one, the way my job provides for steady employment and chances for advancement on this job are also among the factors that rather negatively affect the job satisfaction of track and field managers. And here are the implications of our research. So from our research, we found out that the more hours per month track and field managers work, the more satisfied with their jobs they are. But it's not like the rule that you must work more than 140 hours per month, but it was like that in our research. The most satisfied track and field managers have in common that they are from the US, they are male, went to college, work more than 128 days per month, and work more than 140 hours per month. Track and field managers have higher job satisfaction than clerks, and factors that positively affect job satisfaction is, for example, work committed to the athletes, freedom to use their own judgment, and the chance to use their own methods of working. Factors that negatively affect job satisfaction, the pay that is lower compared to amount of work they do, the chance to tell people what to do, the way their job provides for steady employment and chance for advancement on this job are among the factors that rather negatively affect the job satisfaction of track and field managers. So our suggestions for future research or for further research, we recommend exploring, for example, how the success rate of the athletes the manager represents affect the manager's job satisfaction. And the second one, whether the number of athletes he represents affects his job satisfaction. So that's all from me and my co-author, Professor Miroslav Holinka. Hope you enjoyed our presentation and the results of our research. And thank you for your attention. Goodbye.